So this is the rope that broke. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler? Whoa. Look, most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. Huh. So if a rope meant to hold... Wait! Whoever the murderer was, they must have made preparations well beforehand. Whoever the murderer was, this rope was obviously tampered with. Why would it be him? How strange. Hello there.
Oh, the seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list. Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's... Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made the Magic Troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems, simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, it is of utmost importance that we get to...
Go ahead, have a look around. Go ahead, have a look around. And the...
Gosh, no wonder the serial disappearances never got solved.
The investigation team has some new findings.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
You're trying to help them?
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's In other words, Linny knew...
That much checks out.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, if you find any new and interesting leads...
We don't have too many thoughts.
Then what?
The thud?
Yes, exactly. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath. So no one... I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. And when the pyrotechnic...
Wait, Wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing. Oh, that's true.
That does remind Paimon. Why would it be Hick? We all heard that noise, didn't we? We all heard whoever the people needed to register and reserve a seat for the show. That, combined with this number selector, could allow you to pick a young lady instead of some old fogey.
Lenny's still talking to the guards. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you.
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are...
Well, I am the second generation president.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so.
All merely trifling details. That's right. I've always kept an eye on the seer. Judging from the look of things, I find...
Really? We think so too. But how did you...
Intuition, naturally. Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she? But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just...
Well, what's your opinion? All right, I've answered your question.
Wait a minute. Did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial?
Well...
And why would that be? See, Silver and Melus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. I, too, think that the Traveler's response was most... No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Melus. Anyway, I like... Now, I need to make some preparations. Follow...
Wait! Since when did we be...
Oh, well, I can be the assistant.
That's more like it.
Far be it from me to brag, but you wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the
You have a point. And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first.
Speaking of that, I think magic shows would be very popular in Poisson.
I could see that. Maybe I should try to learn some magic.
You need not worry about such things.
Oh.
Why would it be...
can freely enter or exit the
No, we're not leaving. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone... So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not... I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
How can you be so
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time, I couldn't see Linny's performance from here. But still, I did not abandon my post. And I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. We Melazines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to s- Alright, thank you for your help. We've checked it.
My apologies, but access...
Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a...
You may spare the pleasantries.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? And these are my companions. Would you mind?
Oh, new helper?
Well, let's just say...
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering...
The back? You mean the ins?
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get? Exactly.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic book.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will fit.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the...
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements.
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow!
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, could we have a look around?
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette are not.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone.
Would not have been visible from where the doors were guarded. If Paimon were on duty, she would have snuck back into the audience seating. Well, there was no chance Paimon could have seen that the box had 2 layers. And that's why only the 2 of them can perform this trick. Digging a tunnel just for a magic trick? Whew, that must have been a lot of work. Whoever... Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick.
Whatever it is.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why?
Oh! Paimon knows! And here's a broken vase!
That can't... Oh, these are the clothes that the lady... Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to...
Right! And do you... Ugh, this... This is probably a prop. This is probably a prop, too. Oh, looks like it could hook onto a lot of things. Like the Traveler's fishing rod! This flower vase is probably a prop for the show. But Paimon doesn't get this at all. You think about it for a bit, Traveler. What is this place?
It seems someone could fit through here.
Could this...
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to...
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right! Let Paimon... Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes, let's head back up. Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns.
Apologies for the wait.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal...
They believe the odds of that are very low. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident.
So the tunnel's become like a secret chamber then! You know, like the...
The plot thickens. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld.
Charges and then trial.
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will... That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all, to put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever happened anyway.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This too, then, finally, the Oratrice will—
Huh? So that machine is the one that—
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment. Which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Huh? Why?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out.
Whoa! There's no need for that! Paimon thinks they have a point!
Of course. I just hope you don't...
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. I mean, what better way to properly think through our...
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all. Just kidding! Just kidding! Paimon will...
What do you mean, no snack?
Huh?
Understood, Demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the Demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Good work, you two.
These three are quite the interesting group. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking prep, but you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Paimon was just thinking.
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. Don't underestimate beating egg weights, by the way. Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the oven.
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite, strong black... No need for concern,
All right, then. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack...
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the...
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person, but the only people left to consider are both technically victims.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowell before making...
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guards said that she has never had any...
Were we not? From the sound of things, this is turning... Your macarons are amazing, though.
They are my specialty, after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
What? 5? Oh...
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then...
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose... set up...
Huh?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course?
really, we don't want to...
As you wish.
And I have the egg.
Well, this...
Well, that's it for snack time. I don't know what we're looking for yet. It would be awkward.
All right, thanks for your help. And...
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time. I'll be back if I find anything new.
All right, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial. Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare. Here, take Pylon's notes. They should help you review the situation.